What you're about to see is real. All video and audio was captured at an actual paranormal investigation. Nothing has been manufactured or staged. On this episode of Local Haunts, Steve and Pamela investigate a very familiar landmark in the Southside of Jacksonville, the bright and blue building on Beach Boulevard known as Sandmark House. Known for finely made European clocks and music boxes, Sandmark House has more to offer than grandfather clocks. Paranormal activity. Just who lurks in the well-known clock store? Find out as we explore Local Haunts.
Hello and welcome to Local Haunts. I'm your host, Steve Christian. Joining me as usual is my co-host, spiritual medium, Pamela Theresa. And on cameras are Kevin Remington and Savannah Huffingham. Also joining us from Sandmark House is Connie Allen. And the investigation starts right now. You go first.
Yeah, I know where everything's at.
That's not creepy at all.
That is totally creepy.
Pamela said we should investigate upstairs in the loft, which is used for storage and clock parts. Connie was clearing a way for us to get up the rarely used narrow stairs that lead to the loft.
There are some clocks right here, so just stick to your right. And you're stacking it over. And that's about the only,
See that, Savannah, where that
I
is?
see it. Probably.
Okay, go to your far right, because there's clocks right here, y'all.
well, there's a light up here, because I can just kind of
Sandmark House going up into the loft.
Ooh, I don't trust these stairs.
I have a bit of a head cold, so if there's any spirits up here, you're trying to talk to me and I can't hear you, just tap me on the shoulder or hit me in the side of the head or something. I can't hear much. I'm Steve, it's Pamela, it's Kevin, Savannah, you know Connie. So Connie, this is your loft.
Yes.
It's like a storeroom area?
Yes, a long time ago, we used to make cuckoo clocks, if I'm getting the story correct.
Really?
Yeah, that's why there's all these parts and stuff up here. So sometimes we have to borrow, if somebody brings in a cuckoo clock repair, we can come up and kind of, if they need a headpiece or something like that, a top piece for a cuckoo clock or weights or something, we have them.
So they'd actually make them from scratch?
I'm not positive, this was way before my time,
Uh-huh.
but I want to think so.
And when was this opened as a clock store, in the 70s?
Yeah, 78.
78.
Yeah, she went strictly retail. Before then, we were downtown on 5th, and she was getting into retail at that point, but she also did mostly wholesale.
Very cool. Well, that's great. You guys have been around this long. You're like a landmark. Everybody knows where the blue building is on Beach Boulevard.
Yeah, it was just us and Slippery Dip out here one time.
I remember Slippery Dip. Remember Slippery Dip?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Did it
That
water
was
slide?
way back.
That was it was like nothing. It was woods,
Yep.
and then a Slippery Dip, a water slide out of nowhere,
Yep.
and then a clock store,
Yep.
and an orange dinosaur.
This place, I think, used to be a rug store a long time ago, too.
Ah.
So that helped us with the high ceilings and stuff with our grandfather.
Now I know there was a place across the street called Papa's back
Yep.
in the day, back in the 80s. It was a
Yep.
country western bar, and I know it may not be related to who's in this building, but I know that some people perished in the road between here and there, crossing the road at night, getting hit. That's happened at least twice I know of.
Well, that's no surprise. People got a little bit schnockered over
A
there.
little schnockered and walked. They had to park on this side of the street because there was only a little bit of parking across the street at Papa's. So they'd park over here, walk across the street, and 2 o'clock in the morning, everybody's drunk driving
Yeah.
and not very careful. So.
Okay, you want to do a live EVP?
Let's do that.
Coming up on Local Haunts, the ghosts of Sandmark House have something to say.
Pamela. We got visitors.
Hey, we love visitors.
Are you gonna hold it?
I'm going to leave it there for quiet.
Oh, okay.
For our visitors, anybody care to give us your name?
That was a noise outside.
Mm-hmm. We have males, females.
We have an assortment of that is. So let's go ahead and see what we have now.
Okay. Just the beauty of having Pamela along in these investigations, because used to we'd spend hours and hours. Now we know who we have and where they're at, and they communicate and talk to us, and they're helpful. Hey, we love visitors.
And there.
We love visitors. You hear that?
I have quite a bit of presence here. Slobbering all over myself. We have them at least 5. So
Wow. See, and you didn't think.
Holy cow! Watch my language.
Don't worry, we can edit. Sometimes I throw the F-bomb and he has to go.
Oh, thank God, because I'm just like, oh.
Bleep.
Are you gonna hold it? Are you gonna hold it?
I'm gonna leave it there for quiet.
Oh, okay.
Wow, they are talking up.
I know.
I'm gonna leave it there for quiet.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
For our visitors,
Yeah.
anybody care to give us your name?
That was a noise outside.
We have males, females.
We have an assortment of that is.
We have males, females.
We have an assortment of that is. So let's go ahead and see what we have now.
Okay.
Let's do it again now that they know what the game is.
You see, it's.
If you hold it, your energies will.
I will hold it.
Yeah.
What brought us here is I was here doing a commercial shoot.
Go ahead and
guys.
hit. Are you recording?
I'm recording.
Okay, good.
And I was just taking some pictures of a grandfather clock to show her. And in the picture I took, I caught a shaft of light, which is obvious sign of spirit present. And knowing that you can get reflection and stuff, I took another picture. It wasn't there, same exact angle, same everything. So I knew it wasn't reflection. So I knew he had spirit present, and I think he kind of felt it when I
You'll
walked in.
probably pick up the name Karen as well, or
Okay.
Karen. That was a noise outside
Yeah,
as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We always like to mark the noises.
It sounded like a fridge kicking on or something.
Yeah.
Is there a fridge?
There's a little small fridge.
Okay.
Good ear.
So Karen, I can actually hear things. So Karen, what brings you to Sandmark House?
It's a pretty place.
It is a pretty place. Do you like clocks?
I like the jewelry more.
You have jewelry?
No jewelry, but we have music boxes and some jewelry boxes.
Jewelry boxes.
Okay. Let's see what she says.
Okay. Circuit boards over there.
Or something.
What brought us here is I was here doing a commercial shoot.
Go ahead and are you recording?
Recording.
Okay, good.
And
She's
I
all
was just
behind
taking
you.
some pictures of a grandfather clock to show her. And in the
Yes.
picture I took,
Go back to that. She's like, yeah. Okay, good.
and I was just taking some pictures of a grandfather clock to show her. And in the picture I took, I caught a shaft of light, which is obvious sign of spirit present. And no.
You hear all that?
Yeah. The light, which is, you know, obvious sign of spirit presence, and knowing that, you know, you can get reflection and stuff. I took another picture, you know, with there, same exact angle, same everything. So I knew it wasn't reflection. So I knew we had spirit present, and it kind of felt it when I walked in.
You'll probably pick up the name Karen as well. Did you hear that? Karen. That was
But
me.
I knew it wasn't reflection. So I knew reflection.
It's Karen. Once again, our equipment validates our best tool, Pamela. She heard the spirit say her name, Karen, while we were recording. And upon playing back our recording, we could all hear what Pamela had heard in the first place, a female spirit saying her name, Karen. It's Karen.
Coming up on Local Haunts, the ghosts of Sandmark House have something to say.
Pamela. You'll probably pick up the name Karen as well, or Karen. Right there. Probably pick up the name Karen as well, or Karen. Pamela. Keep going. They're very talkative. We always like to mark the noises.
It's not like a fridge kicking on or something. Is there a fridge?
There's a little small.
Okay.
Right there, right behind there again.
Noises.
It's not like a fridge kicking on or something. Is there a fridge?
There's a little small.
Okay.
Right there.
Good air.
So Karen,
Remind that for her so she can hear that.
Yeah, we always like to mark the noises.
it's not like a fridge kicking on or something. Is there a fridge?
There's a little small.
Right there.
I always like to mark the noises.
It's not like a fridge kicking on or something. Is there a fridge?
There's a little small.
Right there.
Is there a fridge?
There's a little small.
You
Is
behind
there a
me?
fridge?
There's a little small.
Is there a fridge?
There's a little small.
Is there a fridge?
There's a little small.
Is there a fridge?
There's a little small.
Now
Good
what?
air.
You can hear the behind our talking. That's it. Yeah.
So Karen, I have connection to hear things.
Yes. She
Okay.
like that.
Good air.
So Karen, I have connection to hear things. So Karen, what brings you to Sandmark House?
It's a pretty place.
You go back. You can hear that.
What brings you to Sandmark House?
It's a
It is a pretty place. Do you like clocks?
Yeah, I hear the jewelry.
It's a pretty place.
It is a pretty place. Do you like clocks?
The click.
That's how to come up. Because you don't hear any
I have
clicks.
jewelry more.
You have jewelry.
No jewelry, but we have music boxes and some jewelry boxes.
Jewelry boxes.
Seriously.
Ollie, come free. Come on over. Let's do another one.
Sandmark House. There's in the loft.
There's say doodle.
Savannah
You don't
making
wanna
her
hold it?
presence known.
You don't have to.
We saw that. Too dark.
So what's your thoughts and feelings on this, Kevin?
It feels almost suffocating up here. It is hot, so
Yeah, it
that
is
may be
hot.
but the air feels heavy to me.
Yes, it is.
It's pretty thick. Well, you have 5 earthbounds around you.
Yeah. How about you, Savannah? What you picking up on? Did you pick up on the right leg?
No.
Anybody besides me? Right about the knee area. I'm an empath. I can feel their death experience. So we might be able to get evidence of that on EVP. The cool thing is also the cameras will pick up EVP as well. So when we go back to edit it, we find all sorts of little presents and surprises.
Actually, the cameras pick up a bit more than these sometimes.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
So what happened to your leg? Your clock clock chiming. Do you hear
Yeah, there's that as well.
You're definitely good at that.
You're gonna hear that all
Okay.
night.
Okay, that's good though. I think it's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Adds to the charm. We're almost wrapped up here.
I didn't realize this place was so big. I mean, I didn't know you had an upstairs.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's fantastic. 4 o'clock.
You guys gonna follow us downstairs? Is there anybody downstairs that's not up here with us?
Yeah, there's somebody staying in the office.
Which
You know,
office?
there's always a boss.
Yeah. There's always the boss.
We have 2 offices. Probably
The front
big-
office.
Okay, that's my bosses.
Yeah. See, the
Wow.
boss.
The boss is in the
boss
boss
stays
office.
with the boss. I
wonder
think
why
somebody
they're-
likes to mess with the boss, and as far as things being kind of moved around.
So it really is that.
yes, as a matter
And
of
it's
fact.
not just her.
No.
She really does do that.
Yeah, but that both can be true, as a matter of fact, because there's an association with the 2 of them, so
So
it
they're like
brings
being
to
little
life.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Just like we are
Well,
sometimes,
just
we
think
have
about it. If you were-
personalities.
If you were invisible to the
that's for
world, and nobody knew you were there, or could hear you or see you, unless you have a freak of nature like this around.
You should pick up 1950 as well, or 54 on the
Okay.
EVPs. We always like to timestamp what I'm hearing.
But wouldn't you like to play with people if you could?
Oh, heck yeah. I know I would.
Coming up on Local Haunts.
Okay, it's twice now. At the top of the stairs, I've seen a shadow.
Oh, lovely.
Let's review back.
Do my friends.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a long one.
That's good, because we're really wanting the show to run raw, and then just so the audience can really hear it fresh.
So really not all ghosts really will just try to communicate, or they are, but I'm not picking up on it, or
Oh, yeah, they're around all the time. Walmart's like one of the worst places ever.
figure that, dead or alive.
People think you have to have a death in a place for it to be, haunted. They can come from anywhere. They could follow
Well, you
a
said
customer into the store and just like it and hang out.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. I'm like,
And they
cool.
go home with you, obviously. Your clock chiming here.
Yeah, there's that as well.
You're definitely good at that.
You're gonna hear that all night.
Okay, that's good though. I think it's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Adds to the charm. We're picking up. Yeah, it sounds like whispers to this, but it
Yeah.
sounds like real voices to me, like you. But with this machine, we're picking up a different realm, a spiritual realm. So until we can figure out a better way to do it, this is it. Wrapped up here.
I didn't realize this place was so big. I mean, I didn't know you had an upstairs.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I think somebody likes to mess with the boss, and as far as things being kind of moved around.
So it really is that.
Yes.
Okay, it's twice now. At the top of the stairs, I've seen a shadow.
Oh, lovely.
The first time I thought, okay, it was just me. I just saw it again.
You should pick up 1950 as well, or 54 on the EVPs.
Right there.
We always like to timestamp what I'm hearing too.
Wouldn't you like to play with?
Now, are you hearing it when they're actually doing it too?
Yeah, and
Okay.
see, there's like
You just-
a time zone difference. So sometimes we'll actually hear it on this, like a delayed, but I'll hear it before that, but it'll pick up after.
And you
if
just
that
don't
makes
say anything, just to verify.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I speak up on it, and so then when we get the EVPs to validate up the
It is validates her.
intelligent communication, right, right.
At this time, we headed downstairs and continued in the repair shop, where we would conduct another live EVP session with some impressive results.
Sandmark House, Tony's room, live EVP session. Do you like to watch Tony work on the clocks? You ever mess with Tony, like move his tools around, and does he ever complain about that?
Nobody messes with Tony.
Nobody messes with Tony.
Nobody.
Oh, really?
No.
He's Guatemalan and he
Yeah.
speaks limited English, but no, he's never said anything.
No, he's very clean, very
he knows exactly
grounded.
what's happening.
Yeah, very grounded. His energy and how he spaces things keep things organized. So
Sandmark House, Tony's room, live EVP session.
I'm back there.
Live EVP session.
That's a good one.
Hey there.
I knew that the clocks were not
clear.
Yeah, see, that's kind of nice to have noise in the background because actually it helps people to isolate. Interesting.
Do you like to watch Tony work on the clocks?
Right back in there.
That's not as pronounced. Do you like to watch Tony work on the clocks?
Oh gosh, talkative.
You ever mess with Tony, like move his tools around? And does he ever complain about that?
Nobody messes with Tony.
Nobody messes with Tony.
Next time on Local Haunts, Steve and Pamela continue their investigation of Sandmark House and encounter the boss.
So, you're going to sweep your hand through and you'll feel warmth where there should be a worm. Right here. Pull out.
If you or somebody you know would like to book Pamela for a private or group read, contact her at mediumintheraw.com or call 904-238-4359 and reconnect to lost loved ones.